All right, let's hit section 1. Medical professionals. Subtitle, Enter Dr. Ethan.
So Ryan introduces his first guest, Dr. Ethan Blake, to wild audience cheers. And Dr. Ethan immediately tries to assert total dominance with this incredibly confident deadpan delivery, claiming he's a real doctor. But co-host Alex Mitchell isn't having any of it. He instantly jumps in, talking right over him with massive skepticism, firing back, "Yeah, and I'm a real astronaut." It is the perfect immediate clash of egos. When they actually press him on his credentials, Dr. Ethan claims he has a PhD in emergency confidence. Seriously. And when Ryan asks what hospital he works at, Ethan drops this perfectly timed, icy pause before answering, Instagram Medical Center. It's such a massive laugh line because it perfectly roasts internet culture, delivered in this glossy, hyper-professional clinical tone that totally, completely clashes with the absolute mess happening in the studio.
Moving right along to section 2, a comedy crime scene. Subtitle, The Celebrities Arrive.
You have got to look at this insane clash of expectations. Hollywood star Victor Hayes and NFL legend Logan Carter step onto the set and the vibe is instantly weird. Logan is looking around, completely bewildered, and actually admits out loud he was told this was going to be a serious interview. Co-host Alex doesn't miss a single beat. He just looks at Logan and goes, "Buddy, you just walked into a comedy crime scene." And honestly, he's completely right. Ryan immediately pivots and starts ruthlessly interrogating Victor about why his last movie flopped. Victor, flashing this incredibly awkward frozen smile, tries to do some desperate PR spin. He claims the movie didn't flop, it just rested? Well, without skipping a beat, Dr. Ethan delivers this savage deadpan roast. Yeah, permanently. The audience lets out this massive oh, followed by roaring laughter. The chemistry here is just pure ego-driven awkwardness paired with incredibly sharp roast timing.
Which brings us to section 3, The Tech Guy Strikes. Subtitle, Leaking the Private Messages.
Just when you think it absolutely cannot get any worse, we get a massive, show-stopping leak. The crucial turning point hits when tech guy Chris suddenly starts shouting over the actual broadcast feed, "Oh no!" Ryan, totally confused, asks what's happening. Chris admits, over the live mic, that he accidentally connected the main studio feed to Victor's private text messages. And this is what pops up on the giant screen for the entire studio and the world to see. "I only came to this show because I needed money." The entire studio goes dead silent for like a split second, and then the crowd just absolutely erupts. It's the ultimate viral clip moment. Victor goes into full-blown panic mode, shouting entirely unconvincingly that the texts aren't real. But Ryan, he keeps that sarcastic control and just calmly observes, "That's very specific for not real." It's just an incredible escalation. It turns a simple, boring interview into a wildly exaggerated comedic standoff.
And of course, this completely breaks the show. Let's rapidly break down the escalation here. Step 1. NFL legend Logan Carter decides he has had more than enough and literally announces he is walking out. Step 2. Ryan physically and verbally stops him, forcing him to stay put because, despite the disaster, or actually, scratch that, totally because of it, they are trending worldwide. Step 3. Co-host Alex checks his phone and confirms they are officially #1 on chaos right now. They are fully 100% embracing the train wreck. The producers aren't even trying to fix the broadcast anymore. They are just riding this massive wave of continuous overlapping disruptions.
And right in the middle of this high-intensity freakout, Dr. Ethan steps back in. Remaining completely committed to his character as the fake medical professional, he takes this deliberate, super sharp beat and deadpans. "As a doctor, I diagnose this show with instability. It is the perfect TikTok-ready punchline. It acts as this bizarre anchor of calm absurdity right in the eye of the storm, keeping the audience just rolling with laughter."
But hey, the instability is literal at this point. Let's look at the actual timeline of this total production breakdown. At T-minus 10 seconds, producer Jordan Miles literally sprints out onto the main stage, screaming that they have lost control of the cameras. Ryan just screams right back at him, "We never had control, Jordan!" Then, at T-minus 0, Jordan drops the most unhinged bombshell of the night. The audience is literally voting to keep the show going. The broadcast has totally devolved from a structured late-night talk show into a completely unhinged democracy, dictated by a live studio audience that is cheering louder than ever. So, how exactly do you save a show that has lost its script, its cameras, and its absolute sanity?
Let's find out in section 4, The Rapid-Fire Roast. Subtitle, One Word Only.
Ryan makes this totally desperate pivot to keep the manic energy flowing. He demands a fast-paced, one-word roast battle from everyone on stage. It's a brilliant improvisational move. The timing here is relentless, simulating this crazy whip pan camera effect. Victor calls Ryan overconfident.
Ryan just nods and accepts it. Logan calls Dr. Ethan illegal. Dr. Ethan instantly fires back that Logan is retired emotionally. Boom. Then Alex jumps in out of nowhere, calling tech guy Chris an accident. And Chris, who is just completely defeated over the hot mic at this point, simply sighs and says, "True." This whole sequence is designed purely for maximum engagement. You've got constant punchline delivery every few seconds, overlapping shouting, and non-stop audience laughter.
Okay, final stretch. Section 5, complete studio breakdown. Subtitle, no script, no hope. So gravity eventually catches up with them. The studio lights literally start flickering out all over again. Dr. Ethan, formerly as a medical professional, recommends shutting the entire show down. But Alex points out they absolutely can't because they are still trending worldwide. And then we hit the absolute peak of the disaster. Producer Jordan delivers the final, crushing blow, his voice totally cracking with sheer unfiltered panic. We didn't book an ending script. They have literally no way to close the broadcast. And Ryan, in this amazing moment of pure, sarcastic self-reflection, just stares blankly and replies, "Perfect, just like my life." It's that quick, self-deprecating wit that keeps the host anchored, even as the ship is literally sinking around him.
Because there's no script, Ryan has to invent a sign-off right there on the spot. Over this massive audience, standing ovation, and continuous roaring laughter, he just starts laughing through the pain. He thanks everyone for watching what is undeniably America's most broken late-night show. His final, desperate plea to the cheering crowd is simple. If you enjoyed this disaster, please don't tell the network. It is the absolute perfect capstone to a broadcast built entirely on mistakes. It leans fully into that shared insider secret between the chaotic stage and the thrilled audience.
But come on, you know the show wouldn't be complete without one final technical failure, right? Tech guy Chris's voice comes over the hot mic one last time, cutting through the cheers. "We're still live." And Ryan, completely indifferent to the smoking crater that used to be his professional career, simply replies, "I know." The feed then glitchily, slowly cuts to black right mid-laughter. It's wild, but it actually leaves us with a genuinely fascinating question to ponder. In an era of overly polished, perfectly curated, flawless media, is our modern obsession with unscripted viral chaos exactly what audiences actually crave? Does the total breakdown of structure actually create a more entertaining product than the script itself? I want you to really think about that the next time you watch a quote-unquote flawless live broadcast. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and always keep questioning what you see on screen.